It happens to everybody. Here's the other thing: as you look at your goals and look at your dreams, when you're going through some stuff, repeat out to me, please. When things go wrong, don't go with them. Yes, write that down. When things go wrong, don't go with them. When you're working on a business deal, you're counting on some money. Someone said you will get the loan, and it falls through. You have an event, and the people that you thought would be there and support you, they don't come through. Or someone turns against you, or you get ripped off. It's going to happen to you. Happened to me. Someone stole all my products, my database, over 180,000 names and addresses. It's not personal. It's going to happen to everybody. It does. 8 out of 10 millionaires have been financially bankrupt. Walt Disney had he filed bankruptcy 7 times and had 2 nervous breakdowns. It's called life. But I got a saying: when life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. You've got the power in you to do that. You've got something special. You've got comeback power. Here's the other thing. Let us say together: it's possible. It's necessary. It's me. Yes, write that down. It's me. Take ownership for your life. Nobody can live your dream for you but you. Nobody's going to take care of your business like you. Stop coming up with excuses. Don't give yourself permission to continue to live a small life. You can't fit a big dream into a small life. Give yourself permission to go for it, to test yourself, to challenge yourself, to live full. I like the saying: always strive to get on top in life, because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. The reason you're here is because there's something in you that says, I can do more. This just can't be it. There's something in you. There's a calling on your life. There's something in your heart that caused you to get dressed and spend the money to go to seminar after seminar and listen to message after message and speaker after speaker. Because there's something in you that tells you this is not it for you. You have not peaked here. There's more in you that you are expressing. Eye has not seen, ear has not heard, nor has entered the heart of mankind what's in store for you if you challenge yourself, if you persist and persevere, if you take ownership for your life. George Bernard Shaw said the people that make it in this life, they look around for the circumstances that they want, and if they can't find them, they create them. Create what you want. You have the power in you to do more than you can ever begin to imagine, to control your destiny, to make a difference in our children, to make a difference on the planet, to make an impact. Let us say together, it's me. And let us say together, it's hard. Say it like you know it. Say, it's hard. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hard. There are people who have seen their retirements taken away from them by the corporations that they work for. They were within 2 or 3 years of retiring, and they had it taken from them. The #1 entrepreneurs in this country now are senior citizens. The #1 employer, #2, McDonald's and Walmart. And there's nothing wrong with those jobs. I guarantee you those people did not have a plan to end up living their lives at the end of life with those types of jobs. And they didn't have a plan like you have, and while you're investing in yourself, not to. And it's hard. There are people making choices between purchasing prescription drugs or paying for gas or a mortgage note. It's hard when you're working on a job for 20 years, 30 years, give them some good years, and then they come in and tell you, we've downsized. In other words, you're fired. And then you have to start all over.
Capable of moving forward because you just can't handle the pressure on this level. And it makes you a chronic underachiever. A chronic underachiever. And when you start going up too high, you do little things subconsciously sometimes, unconsciously sometimes, to sabotage the next move so you can stay down here where it's safe. The maybe they'll like me better syndrome keeps you locked into a system that you can't get out of. It's true. It's true. And if you don't give yourself permission to go forward, you will cancel out your opportunity to lead, not because of external conflict, I'm gonna get to that next, but because of internal conflict. You're tripping over your own foot. You're talking that man out of your life. You're talking your boss to give that assignment to somebody else because you don't want to shine out and end up dealing with another level of problems, and so you're going to stay down here where you're comfortable, and you'll never become all that you can be because you can't deal with the conflicts you have inside of you. Are you following me? Now we're going to get to something else. We're going to talk about the external conflicts, because you will have them. There is no way that you can go up and not have external conflicts. There is no way you can go where others have not gone and not find debris and obstacles in the way. That is to say that if you're a leader, now if you're a follower, you don't have to listen to this, because whoever you're following will clear a path for you. And so you can just walk in their footsteps and get right behind them and say, ooh, this is so nice. This is so cool. This is so good. Thank God for all of those who've gone before me and cleared the way. But if you're a leader and you go where none have ever gone before, you encounter the sticker briars, you encounter the thorns, you encounter the adversity, and you're clearing a path for the next generation. You are supposed to have external conflicts. Anytime you are a trailblazer, you are going to have external conflicts because you are doing something that has never been done before. It will be defined often after you're dead. You'll be gone before people understand you. And if you have a need to be understood, you'll never go any further because you're doing something new. And whenever you do something new, people always reject it at first. Whenever you're doing something new, people always reject it at first. So if your need to be accepted becomes more powerful than your need to go and do something fresh, you will backtrack. You will just moonwalk like Michael Jackson, going all the way back into the safety zone. And whether you know it or not, you are imprisoned by fear. How many trailblazers do I have in here? Trailblazers clear the way and confront the conflict in a strategic, non-emotional way. You can't be a trailblazer and be all emotional. Oh, God, and one more thing, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord God, what else? Clearing the debris in a non-emotional way, dealing with the conflict without being hysterical. The whole department is freaking out and everybody's upset. You can't be the manager and walk in the room and say, that's right. Leaders have to be the voice of reason. Can you deal with the external conflict in a non-emotional way? Your detachment from it emotionally is an expression of faith that you can handle it. Why would you become emotional about something you are called to fix? Do you notice how calm Jesus was when he heard Lazarus was dead? And it was his friend, and Jesus would go, oh God, no, not Lazarus, no. Oh God, not Lazarus. Anybody but Lazarus. I've been to Lazarus' house, I stayed. The reason he was calm, he was called to fix what other people were hysterical about. And if you believe that you can fix it, then why are you screaming? You either are going to be emotional or rational. Boxers will tell you, you will lose the fight if you get too angry. The moment they got, that's why they're talking, I'll knock you out, I'll kill your unborn children, I'll kill your mama and your grandmama. And they're trying to get you to be angry because when you're emotional, you're not rational. And winning is strategic. Touch three people and say, think like a winner, think like a winner, think like a winner. Now, if you don't understand this, you can only go so far. Now, there are degrees of leadership. I want to talk a little bit about this. There are degrees of leadership. You can be a leader, you can be a leader and not be the leader. So you don't want to just keep going up beyond your giftings and callings. You may be a leader and you may be called to lead in a myopic style. You can lead over a particular thing. You can lead over a particular dimension of a bigger organization. You don't want to be the CEO of the company, but you want to manage the marketing department. You say, I can handle this on this level. Don't let people push you beyond your competence. So you have to understand when you want to be challenged. Yes, you want to be stretched, but you don't want to pop. A rubber band is designed to be stretched. And when you stretch it, you're using it the way it was designed to be used. But if you overstretch it, you're going to break it. Have you learned your limitations? Do you know what's too much for you? What are your breaking points? What are your boundaries? Because if you don't know your boundaries, you don't know what would pop you. If you're going to be the leader, you can't have a 90-degree dimension of leadership and vision. You have to be able to see 360. 360. Now, when you are the leader talking to leaders, you have a room full of 90s and you're a 360. And I'm going to tell you, it is a very difficult thing to have a conversation with a room full of 90s when you're a 360 thinker. Because the 90-degree person will get angry because you made a decision that wasn't great for their department. But because you are in charge of the whole vision, you have to make a 360 decision and not a 90-degree decision, and you have to be strong enough to withstand the conflict that comes from your own team, because they are a myopic thinker. They think in a tunnel, and you hired them to think in a tunnel, and they're supposed to think in a tunnel, and they're supposed to be thinking about what's best for the marketing team, what's best for the publications, what's best for this department, what's best for that department, what's best for the choir, or whatever it is, but that is not your role. And if you stop thinking 360 and start thinking 90, then you become a micromanager and you come down from your position, and there you are directing the choir instead of doing what you're supposed to be doing. Am I saying anything that's helping anybody? When you are the leader, whether you're the leader of your house, it's a great deal of difference between a woman who is the head of her house, a single mother, and how she thinks and how she has to make decisions, as opposed to a married woman who has a husband and she has the luxury of thinking on one level, whereas you have to think like a woman and deal like a man. Because there's nobody for you to come home and tell them what happened at work, and I need you to go down and straighten those people out, and the mechanic lied to me. You have to be the person who's been lied to and the person who goes down there and say, wait a minute, this receipt said. Now, both women are a leader, but when you are the one in charge, you are the leader, and you have to think in a 360 and not in a 90. Are you following me? Now, when you do that, you're going to have some conflict. You're going to have some conflict from people who are legitimately with you. So you have to be a leader enough to understand that somebody can disagree with you and still be with you. And you have to have the wisdom to understand they disagree with you because from their perspective, it was not the best decision.